Hey guys, this is Sky1st95 here. So a lot of people made comments about the funky looking guitar I had for my headphone amp video by Vox. So I thought I'd finally get to making a full in-depth review on the Traveler Guitar Pro Series model. I have already done an unboxing video quite a while ago. You can check it out. The link will be in the description and also at the end of this video as usual. But because of how strange and intricate this guitar is, I do kind of plan on making a series of upcoming videos just on this particular model. Give me a comment down below if you guys think this is a good idea. But let's just go ahead and get started. So this one is in the Maplewood natural satin color finish. There is another color called Antique Brown that they recently came out with if you're into that. But in terms of features, this is a full-sized fretboard. So it's got the 24 and 3/4 inch sizing, so you don't need to worry about the fingerboard being more crammed than usual. But because of the fact that they got rid of a lot of guitar parts, it's very compact, so it's great for carrying onto the plane. You don't need to worry about airlines breaking your guitar if you were to check it in, because you can have it on you at all times. It's really lightweight because of all the wood that it shed. It's about 3.5 pounds. As for materials, as I mentioned earlier, the body is made out of maple, and then the fingerboard is made out of black walnut. It comes pretty strong with D'Addario's EJ15s, which are a slightly lighter gauge strings, and it has no batteries at all, even though you can hook this up to an amp. It has two pickups. It has a piezo pickup right here under the saddle, and also a single coil pickup for the more electric sounds. When fully collapsed, the guitar measures at just a little bit over 5 inches in width. To actually assemble it, it's really simple. You just need to loosen up this knob right here towards the middle of the body, and then you have to reposition it here. The cutout is pretty obvious, so you just need to reposition it there and then screw in the knob once again. Because the removable lap rest is not cut out perfectly to match with the body, there will be a slight wiggle even though you have securely tightened the pin, but it's not very noticeable when you actually start playing, so it's not too big of a deal. In terms of additional accessories that you're provided with, there's this stethosphone, which they have termed because you can listen to your guitar without any batteries, without hooking up to an amp or anything like that. So this is a great way to listen to the acoustic sounds of the guitar, and it even amplifies the sound, so you can hear all the imperfections you're playing that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to hear. It has these adjustable earpieces that you can unscrew if you wanted to clean them, but my biggest issue with the stethosphone is that it hurts your ears a lot after just playing for a few minutes, so I actually end up really rarely using it. Instead, I try to make do with using a headphone adapter, which is why I picked up the Vox AC30 headphone amp in the first place. And actually recently, Traveler Guitar actually released their own proprietary headphone amp, which I have also given it a shot, so a review video is in the works for that particular accessory. But just know that you do have the option to use the stethosphone, though I don't imagine many people will use it very much. There's also this extra slightly shorter pin that you can use to attach a strap, but because of the way that the pin is laid out, you probably want to get a strap that has a larger opening. To attach the strap, you just need to unscrew the two pins and then just push it through the straps and re-screw the pins, and that's basically all you have to do to attach the strap. With the strap on, I did find that the guitar weight is actually pretty well balanced, and I can't say that for every guitar, so this is definitely a plus. There are a few other tiny trinkets, but I'm not going to go into detail in this video. You can see them in the unboxing video. But the final item of interest is the padded carrying bag with a spacious accessories compartment, which I use to hold my strap, my headphone adapters, my capo, and my Bluetooth speaker, which I use as my makeshift amp. As for the overview of the actual guitar, it has 28 inches in length, and again the compacted width of 5.25 inches and about 3 inches in depth, and it weighs just over 4 pounds. For a size comparison, here it is right next to my full-size acoustic guitar, and next to that is my concert-size ukulele, so this is a pretty darn compact travel guitar. How they managed to get it to this small size is they basically took the headstock and built it into the body. It has these chrome tuners, and the layout matches the regular traditional layout of an acoustic guitar, so you don't need to worry about which tuner matches which string. And you're still able to use your traditional clip-on tuner. You just need to find the narrowest part, which is now this part of the body as opposed to the headstock, and then you can just go ahead and tune it up as you usually would. And because of the way this is laid out, again, changing the strings will also be a little different. Not necessarily difficult, but it's definitely different. You have to loop the end through the top first and then wind down and around the body of the guitar through the tuning pegs. So there is a guide online, but I do plan on making my own tutorial video. Definitely subscribe if you guys are interested. And because of this headstock in the body design, there's really no sound hole at all, and there's actually very little body really. The top of the unit is a stethosone input. That's where you would plug in that stethosone that I mentioned earlier. And here again are the pickups. The first one is the single coil pickup for the more electric sound, and the piezo bridge pickup right here is for the acoustic sound. It has that removable lab rest with a standard 1/4-inch amp output, which is kind of located in an awkward position. I'd rather it be facing outward as opposed to inward. But again, on the lap rest is a volume knob right here for the piezo, and the farther one down is for the single coil. You can switch between up, having only the single coil sound, middle to have a blend of both single coil and piezo, and then down 100% piezo. On the back, you can find a stethosone tone adjustment to adjust the tone of the stethosone. However, I would have preferred that the stethosone hole was located a little bit farther out from my body. And again, a relocation of the plug-in amp location would be nice too. And I wish that they had at least did some kind of engraving or labeling of the pickup knobs and the selection switch, because sometimes I do forget which one's which and I have to play around for a little bit until I figure it out. Now let's go talk about the playability of this instrument. Now I do think that the weight is distributed very nicely, though you will have a slightly different body posture simply because there's no real place for you to rest your arm because of the lack of a guitar body, and you're not able to do some of the percussive skills that would involve hitting the body of the guitar obviously. But as for the sound, it's very difficult for me to get this on camera simply because it's not an acoustic guitar with a sound hole. So here it is, just without any kind of amp, just my microphone straight at the strings itself. You can definitely hear it when you strum, but it's not very loud and you can barely hear it when you're finger picking, so this is good to not disturb any neighbors if you live in an apartment or a dorm. As for the sound test for just the piezo only, here's a brief sound test using my Bluetooth speaker as an amp because unfortunately I don't have an amp. And now here's a quick sound test of the blend. And finally, here's the more electric sounding with just a single coil. Now I know this isn't a very good representative sound test. If you want to see a better sound test, I would recommend going to the Traveling Guitar YouTube channel. But just hooking it up to a headphone amp and then a Bluetooth speaker, I think is perfectly adequate for just being able to play around with the guitar. This is obviously not meant for recording purposes, which brings me to who this guitar is for. It's for people who are consistently playing guitar and would like to play guitar even on the travel, but don't want to bring along their bulkier guitar, and they obviously will not need to be worrying about recording quality. Or again, if you're living with people in a close proximity, dorms, apartments, hotels, you don't want to disturb neighbors, then this is a great guitar to have. What this guitar is not meant for is beginners, for children, or people who want good sound quality on the go. So there are pluses and downsides to the inherent design of this guitar, but I do think that the pluses outweigh the cons. And just for some suggestions to travel a guitar, I think that they should offer a hard case if for those people who like to take it with them on travels. And I would like to see their store offer replacement parts, for example the pins that could easily get lost. And if they were to make a second iteration of this particular model, I would like to see the stethosone jack relocated to the end. Same thing with the amp jack. And a better stethosone that won't hurt your ears would be nice as well. But for the meantime, who knows if they're going to release a second version. You can use the headphone adapter that they do have. It costs a little bit under $30. Again, I'll be making a review video soon, so subscribe to see that. But there really isn't any other kind of guitar out on the market like this one, so I think it's definitely worth a look. As usual, the product link to the best price will be in the description for you guys to check out. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a like, it'd be greatly appreciated, and make sure to subscribe to my channel Skyforce95 if you haven't already to get more content like this. Or if you're watching this on Amazon, head over to my channel URL right here, or just search it up on YouTube Skyforce95. There you'll see a bunch of my product reviews and unboxings. Feel free to browse, or if you want to search for something specific, just hit that search field. That'll do it for this video. This is Skyforce95. Thanks for watching.